Good morning, students. Today I will discuss about how we can prove the F equal to ma. F equal to ma. It will be proved by calculus method. In last explanation, I have done this in general method. Today I am discussing how F equal to ma comes by using calculus. So, first we have taken a body of mass m. Mass velocity equal to a body of mass m moving with velocity v. Then what will be its momentum? Denoted by P mv. Momentum equal to mv. Now, what is the Newton's second law? Force equal to rate of change of momentum. According to Newton's F dp by dt. Now what is P? P equal to mv. Put first you take a constant k dp by dt, where k is constant of proportionality. Now what is P? P equal to mv. M is constant, so it is coming out dv by dt. Now what is dv by dt? dv by dt, that means rate of change of velocity. This is the acceleration. So equal k m a. Acceleration of the body. So this is equation 1. Now I am writing here. Now the unit of force is so chosen in SI system. The unit of force is so chosen that the K is 1. In SI, K equal to 1. The unit of force, this force, its unit is so chosen so that K is 1. So therefore from 1 we get, what we get? F equal to 1 into ma, 1 into ma, F equal to m. So first, mass of a body is m, velocity is v, momentum is mv. According to Newton's second law, F proportional to dp by dt. What is P? Now first we have make it proportional equal by taking a constant k dp by dt, but P is mv. We have put in place of P dv. So m is constant coming out and dv by dt. But what is dv by dt? dv by dt is acceleration. So kma. Now we have said In SI, the unit of force is so chosen that K is 1. K is 1. So if you put here K 1, then what will you get? F equal to 1 into ma, then is F equal to ma. It's proved. Now, unit of force. Unit of force, you see. Unit of SI unit of absolute SI unit of force is Newton. Absolute unit. In SI, Newton, and in CGS, unit of force is dyne. And relation between them, we know that 1 Newton equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. Now what is 1 Newton? 1 Newton is that force which will produce an acceleration of 1 meter per second square on a body of mass 1 kg. 1 Newton is that force. Here you put, if it is 1 Newton, this will be 1 kg, 1 meter per second square. So it is said 1 Newton is that force which will produce an acceleration of 1 meter per second square on a body of mass 1 kg. This is the 1 Newton. And gravitational unit K? Unit of, in SI, it is kg weight or kg force, and in CGS it is gram weight or gram force. And to convert gravitational unit to absolute unit, we have to multiply this by G. If we multiply this by G, we will get absolute unit. That means 1 kg weight equal to 1 into 9.8 Newton. That means 9.8. So if you will get unit of force in kg weight, then if you multiply this with 9.8, it will convert into Newton. Okay. Now, what is impulse? Now we are going to impulse. Impulse. Impulse means the forces which when applied on a body for very short time, then this is called the impulsive force. The forces which when applied, on a body for very small time, then this is called the impulsive force. What is said? The forces which when applied on a body for very short time, these are called impulsive force or impulsive forces. For example, when a football is kicked, then this is a example of impulse. Or when a cricket ball is struck by a bat, this is also a example of impulse. Or firing of bullet, this is also example of impulse. Because you see, when you kick, the contact time between your feet and the football is very small. When you strike a cricket ball with a bat, the time of contact is very small. Like this way, when a bullet fired, the striker, that means bullet is struck by the gun for a very short time. This is also example of impulse. That means कि large force act for very small time. Large force act for very small time. This is the impulse. And in case of impulse, here two things. One is large force. Second is very short time. For impulse, these two are needed. Very large force for act for very short time. Now you see, in case of impulse, the force is not constant. Initially it is 0, then it will be maximum, then it will be 0. Impulsive force is not constant, it is varying. Initially it will be 0, then it will be maximum, and again this will be 0. So when we will express impulse, we will take average force. So impulse is denoted by I. I equal to force average into time. This is the impulse. So its SI unit will be, its SI unit is, this is Newton, this is second, so Newton second. The SI unit of impulse is Newton second. Okay. In case of impulse, we need these two: large force, very short time. But impulsive force is not constant, it is varying. Initially it is 0, and then it will be maximum, and then it will be 0, like this way. Force, time. This will be like this way. So 0, maximum, again 0. So we need two things: large force, very short time, and it is denoted by I. And so this, since impulsive force is not constant, we have taken average force. So V average into time. Unit is Newton second. Another thing you see, line of action of force. Suppose force is applied in this direction. This is force applied. So line of action of force means this is the line of action of force. You will get this language, line of action of force. That means in which line the force is applied. Then collinear forces. Collinear forces means so many forces on a body. This is the collinear forces. So many forces act on a point or on a body. This is the collinear forces. So many forces act on a point is the collinear. Concurrent forces. This is the concurrent forces. This is the line of action. This is concurrent forces. concurrent forces. Then collinear forces, that means the forces which act parallel to each other. This is the collinear forces, like this way. These are the collinear. This is the collinear forces. So we are getting line of action of force, means in which line force is acting. Then concurrent forces, that means so many forces act on a point. This is the concurrent forces. So many forces act on a point or act on a body. And then collinear forces, the forces which are acting parallel to each other. This is the collinear forces. The forces which are acting parallel to each other, these are the collinear forces. Okay, bye.